Unmute in the total. Hello guys, who are in online, can you please able to hear me? Just let me know when you're able to hear me.
Yes, sir. Yeah, sure. We're able to hear you. You're audible, Shiva.
Okay, just confirm once again guys, because I have just presented my screen, and do let me know when am I audible and my screen is visible to you guys.
Yeah, your screen is
just ping me in the
your
chat
voice is
whether am I audible or you can able to see my screen. Can you see the screen? Okay, let me check that. Can you check now? Is it fine? Is my voice clear to you? Okay, cool. So, okay. So, hi everybody. Today's topic. Yesterday we have seen Azure demo. So here we are going to see what is Azure subscription, and so what are the types of plans that we have in order to practice the Azure, and let's see how to create this Azure account first, and what are the things that are required for this Azure account. So let me quickly open my document. So, I'm sorry, not this one. So first thing is, in order to create Azure account, you need to have a free trial account. Let's say we have different types of Azure accounts available right now. So first one is 30 days free trial, and let me open the paint and let me write on the board so that everyone will understand clearly. So first one is free trial accounts. Second one is pay as you go. I'll tell you the differences, just note it down. Standard, and fourth one is premium. So these are the Azure accounts that are available in the market. Let's say, what is a free trial account? So free trial account is for the freshers, let's say, who are actually new to the Azure platform. You guys already aware of this software, right? So how the company, let's say a company designed a software and how they're going to provide a free trial for 30 days. Similarly, Azure is also offering a free 30 days trial account where, you will get 30 days period for free of cost and 13,000 rupees you will get credit. So what is meant by credit? So free trial account, in the sense you have a feasibility of creating a number of resources in this Azure account. Resources in the sense, I can say storage accounts, virtual machines, databases, anything you can create by using this free trial account. But as this is a free trial account, you have a limitation for this. So which means Microsoft is giving you 13,000 rupees as a credit, which means, you can only use up to the 13,000 rupees. Let's say you have created a virtual machine. So virtual machine, you have taken a configuration of some 4 GB RAM and 2 GHz processor. So in this scenario, let's say the cost of that particular VM will be like, around 1,500 rupees per month. So let's say you are continuously using for 24/7. So depends upon the usage basis, Microsoft charges you on that particular machine. So it will be, let's say you have created a one virtual machine and the cost of the machine is 1,500 rupees per month. So what they are going to do, let's say if you have not created any other resources, so out of this 13,000 rupees, they will deduct that 1,500 rupees and they will show you the remaining balance. Similarly, how you use your postpaid bill. So let's say if you are consuming the data, you are going to charge by your network service provider. Similarly, here also, if you are using more, your amount will be debited from this particular 13,000 rupees. So you have a limit of 13,000 rupees credit. So this is a credit. When you created this free trial account, you will get this credit of 13,000 rupees. I'll show you how to create this free trial account. And also, we have one more option called pay as you go. The second one, pay as you go refers to, once you create, you need to give your credit card details for all these 4 accounts. So once you give the credit card details, and you can select the plan, which plan you want to go, whether you want to go with a free trial or whether you want to go with a pay as you go, standard or premium. Let's say now we are selecting a pay as you go subscription. If you select this pay as you go subscription, what you're gonna get is, you don't have any credit limit. So you will get unlimited credit limit. So here the simple example for this is, let's say you are creating a virtual machine. Similarly, the first example, virtual machine, and you are consuming 1,500 rupees for that per month, and you need to pay only for the 1,500 rupees. No credit limit at all in this particular pay as you go subscription. This is mostly being used by the developers. Let's say a company who is starting this cloud platform. Let's say company has a lot of servers in their on-premises, and they want to migrate their servers into the cloud, and they are actually new to the cloud, so they don't know the cost, they don't know the pricing at all. So they are new to the platform, so they will take a MNC level certification, not certification, the subscription. See, this is a standard subscription where you don't have any limits and pay as you go. And here we have support plans also categorized under this. I'll tell you that. But standard subscription and premium, that comes with enterprise level subscription access. You have a feasibility of creating a number of resources. So you don't have any limitations at all. You can even create a premium resources. We have certain premium resources in Azure account. So I will tell you what are those premium, because we are going to see those premium account also. I do have all these accounts. I'll show you the difference what would be, let's say if I take a free trial account, what would be the limitation? If I take pay as you go, what would be the limitation? I'll show you all those steps. So for the last three options, pay as you go, standard, premium, you don't have any kind of limitations, guys. Only for the free trial account, you will have the limitation. So that is like 13,000 rupees, and only you can use it for 1 month. Let's say after 1 month, you'll get an email from the Microsoft stating that, hey, your account is getting disabled because you are actually nearing the expiry date. So you need to upgrade that 30 days plan to pay as you go, not to the. I mean, you can even go to the pay as you go, or you can go to the standard or a premium. It depends upon your cost and all. So these are all the plans that we have. So let's quickly see what is your subscription and why actually they are calling it as a subscription and how they are categorizing the resources. So Azure subscription. Azure subscriptions is nothing but, so why we are calling this subscription? The best example for this is you guys are familiar with this Tata Sky, Dish TV kind of providers, right? So telecom providers, what are these guys are doing actually? Let's say they are, let's say we'll take a Tata Sky. So just you are new to the Tata Sky and you just walked into their office. They will say like, sir, we have certain plans. Okay, what are those plans? They'll say like, let's say you just want to watch only Telugu or Hindi channels. For you have a one plan, and there is some other guy who watch only English kind of English movies or English news. So for that guy, you have a different plan. So how they are categorizing you both guys? They are giving a subscription for you, and on your subscription, let's say how many channels? Let's say you have a 40 channels tagged to you. So for the 40 channels and your subscription, you are getting a billing for your subscription, not for the channels that you have. It's a package for you. It's a package that is categorized with a name called subscription. So you need to pay for the subscription that you have. Similarly, here also, multiple customers have different types of subscription ID. So let's say I'm the customer, I created a free trial account, I have a subscription ID, and when whatever, let's say I have created 10 VMs, 10 storage accounts, 10 databases. So for all these resources, they'll calculate and they will send a billing to my subscription ID. So they'll check the subscription ID, which on whose name it was registered. So that is me. So that I'll get an email to this particular subscription ID. So a single person can have multiple subscription IDs here. So you can have different types of plans, and we'll see those in detail, and we'll see how to create the subscription, and we'll see how to create a free trial first of all. So in order to create a free trial account, just go to your browser and go to Azure. In Google, just type Azure free account. Internet is slow. Give me a second, guys. Doc file. So if you see this doc file, so this is the page. When you go into this www.azure.com, so you will get an option called Global Trusted Hybrid, and just click on Start Free button. So this is the page that you get on your screen. When you click on the Start Free account, okay, you have a demo video also how to create a free trial account, Azure account. So if you are new to the Azure, this video will guide you how to create the Azure subscription. So here, if you see here, so as I have already all the slides available for me, just go through those slides right now. So right now I'm just clicking on create your free Azure account today. So which means like, you're get 200 free credits, $200 here. So which means like some 13,000 change in our Indian currency. So these are the credits that you're gonna get with your Azure free trial account. And once you create this account, when just say click on start free. When you say start free, It will ask you whether do you have any Microsoft account like Outlook or Hotmail. If you don't have, you have an option of creating it. But let me show you that. Seems like this. Yeah, you got this page, right? Just click on Start Free here. So you will be taken to the sign up page where it will ask you whether do you have any Microsoft account or not. Let's say if you don't have, you have an option of create new. You can even create the new Microsoft account there. So currently it is taking my username, but I'll say sign in with a different Microsoft account. Oh, we have issue with internet here. Okay, let me go back to the slide here. So you will get this kind of page where it will ask you to provide the email ID and email. Let's say if you have existing, you can click on add, use another account, and it will ask you username and password. You can even create a free Microsoft account or Hotmail account. That's your wish. Or you can use your Gmail account also, not a problem. And after that, you'll be taken to the sign up page where you need to enter your personal details here. So you need to enter your country name, last name, email ID, and your phone number and organization details. Once you are done with it, when you click on next, it will be taken to your phone authentication, phone verification. So you need to provide your valid mobile number and then you will get a message. And do remember guys, second time when you are creating, you should not use the same mobile number and the same credit card details. It will not allow you to use it. It will block that particular card. Let's say first time you have used the card, it will not allow to use that card second time, even though you have the balance. So do remember this point. So second time when you are creating a free account, but it will allow you to create other accounts like premium accounts, pay as you go, standard and enterprise level. So premium account, it will allow you to create. But if you try to create a free account with the same credit card or the same phone number, it will not allow you. Do remember that point. So verification, once you are done with the verification process, you need to enter your credit card details. So credit card details, you already know, card number, CVV, everything. So you need to enter it. So it will charge you some 2 rupees Indian currency, and after 3 to 4 hours, that amount also will be credited to your credit card. And the card details is only for the verification purpose. Okay. And after that, you need to agree the terms and conditions. Once you agree the terms and conditions, you have a button called sign up. When you click on sign up, automatically you will get this kind of screen stating that, hey, your subscription is ready for you. Just click on the get started with your Azure subscription. Just click on that button. It will take you to the portal.azure.com. So this is the new portal, portal.azure.com. So what is the difference between this? We have initially, as I said, Microsoft launched in 2010. They have a portal called Classic Portal. So right now this portal is called New Portal, or we are calling it as ARM Portal, Azure Resource Manager Portal. I'll tell you the difference. Just note down this portal URL, portal.azure.com. So guys who are online, so I'm just pinging you in the chat. Just save this particular URL so that you can go through it later. Okay. So this is how you create a free trial account, guys. So before this screen, if you see this, after agreeing the terms and conditions, when you are signing up, it will ask you, after entering the credit card details, it will ask you which type of subscription you would like to create. Like you want to go with a free trial account, pay as you go, standard or premium. So four type of options you will get. You need to select free trial option. Then fourth option you will get as agree the terms and conditions, and then you will sign up. So this is how your subscription would be ready. So let me go to the portal and let me show you my subscription, how it looks like, the free trial account. So portal.azure.com. So automatically it is taking my username and password because I have already entered it and I have saved the password. So guys, you need not to worry about the Classic Portal that I was saying, because Classic Portal is already depreciated, which means like it is deleted by the Microsoft, as this is a new portal, you have a lot of features in this portal, and they have removed that classic portal recently in this year, in the month of February, I think. So you no need to worry about the classic portal, but you should be aware of the classic portal. I'll tell you what is the classic portal and what is the Azure portal, new portal, because we have the resources available here in this. Let me tell you that difference. So this is the portal, guys. This is how it looks like. This is we call this as dashboard. So whatever you see on the screen, this is called dashboard. And right now I'm talking about a subscription that I got a free trial. So how can you know this account is a free trial account or a premium account? So first option is you have a simple way of accessing the resources by using a favorite section here. So you can even directly go to the favorite section, go to cost management, or individually you can go to all services. You can even search the service. Let's say I'm just searching for subscription. You have a all service search button, or you have on-screen dashboard, or dashboard itself you have a search button. You can even search from here. It says subscription. You got the subscription here. So when you click on the subscription, now you will be moved to the subscription overview blade. So what is the blade? I'll show you. So right now, if you see the subscriptions, as I said, I can have multiple subscriptions with my name. So currently I have only one subscription called free trial. So you see the name here, subscription name as free trial, and this is the ID. Let's say if I create 10 VMs or 10 storage accounts, so the billing will be billed to this particular subscription ID. So that, you can see the cost here. 13,000 day by day, it will be reduced. Depends upon the virtual machine usage, depends upon the storage usage. So that's how the cost will be like. As this is a free trial and the status is showing as active. So let me click on this. See, this free trial subscription, this, as I said, this is called a blade. This is called an overview blade. We call it as a blade. Do remember this point, guys, because in real time you need to use this word a lot many times. So this is an overview blade. Let's say if you are in a call with your client or customer, when you are just explaining them, go there. So you should explain them like, hey, go to the subscription free trial blade or go to the storage account overview blade. You should say in this way. So do remember this word called blade. So overview blade. This is the subscription overview blade, and here we have a couple of options like what is a subscription ID. This is called overview panel or overview blade. So now you can just see the details like subscription ID, directory. You can ignore this directory because we'll discuss this in later on classes. My role, I'm actually account admin for this, and offer is free trial. So offer ID you can't. It's a Microsoft remembrance. It's not required for us. So these are all the details. And currency type INR. So these are all the basic details. And if you see the cost here, so the resource depends upon the resource and depends upon the usage, the cost will be calculated. So I'll go to cost analysis. In the overview blade, I'm going to the cost analysis section. So I'll get the individual resource cost. So see the resources here. I have a VM called virtual machine called on-prem. So this virtual machine is a SQL in SQL resource group. I'll tell you what is the resource group, guys. So the cost for this virtual machine is like 1,571 rupees. So this is the details of this. So this individual resource, you will get the cost for the individual resource. So this is how you check the cost of your resources, and total billing will be debited from your 13,000 credit if it is a free trial. Let's say if it is a pay-as-you-go subscription, you don't have that kind of limitations. So you will get a simple billing called, okay, this is the amount that you need to pay, 4,000 rupees you need to pay this month. So next month again, it will be calculated by the end of the month. So that's how the cost will be like. Now, so this is a small introduction about the subscription and how to create an Azure account. So let's quickly go and let's quickly see what is the classic. So what is the classic portal and what is the new portal. So we have two different types. There are two different types of portals. One is called Classic Portal, and another one is called Azure ARM Portal. ARM Portal is also called as Azure Resource Manager Portal. This is called as Azure Resource Manager Portal, and also we call it as Preview Portal. Earlier, when they initially launched this portal, people used to call this as Preview Portal because it's in preview. So we call it as, right now no one is calling Preview Portal, but just for your understanding, because we can also call it as New Portal, or some Spanish customers call it as Ibiza Portal. So you no need to remember this, because when I was working with Microsoft, so Spanish guys will call and he will say like, hey, I have issue with my Ibiza portal and all. So we are actually not familiar with this. What is this Ibiza portal? I don't know where this word came from. And no Microsoft document refers that this is called as Ibiza portal, but for your reference, I'm just giving you. So from other countries, few guys call this as Ibiza portal. So that's all. Azure Resource Manager Portal, Preview Portal, New Portal, or Ibiza Portal. What about a Classic Portal? This is called ASM. Azure Service Manager. ASM. Azure Service Manager Portal. So here we have a lot of limitations. As this is initially launched by Microsoft, you have a lot of limitations here. Let me tell you what are those limitations. So I'll show you the look of the old portal also. Let me, because I can't show you this portal because this portal is completely removed. We have the images. Yeah. So you see it, right? So this is called a Classic Portal. So if you see here, you have a similar options like our new portal. You have the same options like, app service, virtual machines, all these options here. But there are a lot of limitations. What are those limitations? We are going to discuss soon. So this is how the portal looks like. Similarly, you can also, in this portal, you can also create a virtual machine. When Azure initially launched at 2010, from 2010 to till 2018, 18 Jan or February, this portal is available. But Microsoft, from 2017 onwards, Microsoft starts recommending to use this new portal because new portal has a lot of features. Why they are calling it as Azure Resource Manager and why they are calling this as Azure Service Manager? Because I'll tell you, I'm going back to the PPT here. So sorry, document. So if you see here we have cloud service concept. I'll tell you what is the cloud service. So here we have a concept of resource groups. So let's say if you want to create any resource, let's say you want to create a virtual machine, if you want to create any storage account, in ASM portal, you need to create any kind of resource under a cloud service. So this is a kind of a group. Let's say you joined a company, so your name will be, your email ID will be added to a group, which means like a project. So let's say you are having a project called some .NET project. So your name will be added to that particular group. How? So what happens if they add your name to that particular group? So whatever the privileges that group has, that you will get it. So whatever the access that you have, that you will get it. Similarly, the cloud service is a kind of group where it manages the resources under this. Let's say you can create n number of cloud services here. You can't create any resource outside of the cloud service. Okay. Cloud service is nothing but a name, it's a group name where you are actually creating resources under that. It's like an umbrella which is having a lot of resources under that. So let's say we have cloud service in the sense, let's say I'm creating this cloud service in South India. Okay, I'm creating this in South India, and I am creating one more cloud service in West India, in Mumbai data center. So you can, even when you are creating it, you can select that, but I can't show you how to create a cloud service right now because the portal is not available. So Mumbai, I can say West India. So we have two different cloud services available right now. Let's say we have a VM in this particular VM1 in this particular cloud service 1. Right now, I'll say I have a VM2 in West India that cloud center. Let's see if these two virtual machines want to communicate with each other or if they want to share the storage account. So you want to reduce the billing because each and every customer looks to save the billing, right? So first question, I don't want to create multiple resources because a storage account consists of 500 terabytes of storage. So I will use a single storage account and I want to create two virtual machines. So, but in old portal, you don't have an option of sharing a resource. So let's say I have a storage account in South India region and VM is using that. Now I want to share that storage account with VM2 and I want to create the same VM in same storage account. It's not possible because there is no, I mean, you can't even share the resources across the data centers or across the cloud services. That's actually a limitation. So people are actually, when AWS is offering for cheaper cost, why you guys are actually asking us to create multiple resources in different cloud services? So that's the reason, Microsoft slowly realized that, and, they have implemented a new portal called Azure Resource Manager, where you have a lot of features. Let's say you have a resource group. Same scenario, let's assume that you have a resource group in South India and the second resource group in West India, VM1 and VM2. Here, you can even share the resources. Let's say if you want to share the storage account, you want to share the virtual network, it's very easy for you to share that resource, and you can create multiple machines. Let's say you can even create 10 to 15 virtual machines by sharing a storage account or by sharing the virtual network. That's how the new portal is designed. So it is very flexible to the customers in order to use and in order to save the billing. So we have a lot of features in order to, cost optimization. We have a lot of features here. So where you can, reduce your billing every month. Let's say you got a billing for 1,500 rupees for this month. You can even reduce that to next month by using cost analysis tool. We have certain kind of tools. I will show you that tools, how it works like. So this is a small difference, guys. So whatever the VMs or whatever the storage account, whatever the resources that you create, we call the resource as V1 resources. Let's say if I created a virtual machine in Classic Portal, that machine is called a V1 virtual machine. So it's not a name. This means V1 means Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft as a support engineer, you say like, okay, I have an issue with this particular VM name. VM name is, let's say, a .NET. Okay, let's say I have an issue on .NET virtual machine. I say like, okay, as per our understanding, we say like, okay, this belongs to V1. This belongs to V2. V2 means new portal virtual machine. Right now, no one is calling these names, but just for your understanding, we do see this. You guys, I think, let's say if you have you joined a company and they have some Classic Portal resources, they call this as V1 and V2. Just for your remembrance, just write it somewhere. V1 is for Classic Portal and V2 resources is called ARM Portal resources. So I'll show you. Let's quickly go back to Azure Portal and let's see what is the difference here. So there are a lot of customers still, they don't want, so few people, let's talk about few people here, because in abroad, few people, they have created, by using this Classic Portal, they have created their storage account, virtual machines, they're actually in production. So they don't want to disturb those resources. So they will say like, hey, Microsoft, you are actually going to delete this. What about my resources, my production environment? It is going to affect that. So what is the solution for this? That's the reason they have just only deleted the portal, not these particular resources. Okay. Still, these resources can be moved to new portal. You have an option of moving those into the new portal, or even you can leave it as it is. So how can I see the old portal resources in the new portal? I'll show you that. So if you go to the Azure portal here, you have this say Classic. Oh, sorry. Go to all services and say Classic. You have a Classic virtual machine option. You have VM images. You have a lot of options. This Classic. So if you see whatever the Classic option here, that completely belongs to the old portal resources. Let's say I have 10 virtual machines in my old portal, and Microsoft today, they have removed the old portal. So what about the resources? How can I access them? That's the reason they have given a feature of accessing those old portal resources in the new portal. That's what we are calling them as Classic. Let's say if you want to access your Classic virtual machine, you need to go to this Classic virtual machine. You can able to access your resources. That's how it looks like. Let's say I want to access a new portal. There is a difference, guys. I'm just saying virtual machine. When I say virtual machine, I can see two names here: virtual machine, normal virtual machine with a star mark, and normal virtual machine with a classic name here. So classic belongs to old portal resources called V1, and this is nothing but ARM, which means a new portal virtual machine. Okay, this is called V2. So that's the difference, guys. If you see a name called classic, that belongs to old portal. If you don't see any name just beside of it, that belongs to a new portal. That's a small difference. Do remember this point. So this is completely a small difference between this classic and ARM portal difference. Let's quickly go ahead and let's see some sample deployments. So we'll talk about this dashboard. So right now this is as I said, this is a dashboard. We can customize it in any way. Let's say if you want to change the colors of it, so you just click on double tap it, automatically colors will be changed. And how do you customize the dashboard? Let's say if you want to customize the dashboard, just right click and let's say customize. When you say customize, automatically you will get some options here. So let's say similarly, drag and drop. Let's say if you want to use some clock, if you want to see the timing, you can set the timing and you can put it on your screen. So if you want some help and support option to be on screen, just you can put it on the screen. So whenever you click on, this is actually similar like your Windows machine. You see on desktop you have shortcut, right? To go to my computer, to go to application. Similarly, this is a shortcut. So this is the feature of Microsoft Azure. If you click on that, automatically it goes inside the help and support feature, and it will allow you to create a support request. So this is a shortcut for you, similarly like a Windows computer. So service health, you can, by using this feature, you can monitor the services health. Let's say you have a virtual machine, storage account, databases, you can monitor the health of them by using this. If you are done with the customization part, you can even reduce the sizes, guys. So just select this, and you'll have somewhere you'll have the size selection also, and even you can move them across your dashboard. Just say done customization. So once you just say done customization, so you will get all these on your screen. So done. Okay. So this is how the dashboard looks like. You can have multiple dashboards here. Currently, I have only a single dashboard. Let's say, if I want to add some virtual machine into this dashboard, if I want to go to virtual machine section, every time I need to go to all services or search for that. Or if I need to go to this favorite button, I need to go here and I need to select that virtual machine. In my free trial account, I only have single virtual machine, but in real time, you guys have a lot of virtual machines. Let's say you joined a company because they have almost like 30 to 40 virtual machines here. So how do you always, let's say you access one virtual machine daily, as this is allocated for you. Okay, how do you access that? For that, you have an option of pin to dashboard, which means like you just select this virtual machine, and when you select this virtual machine, you have an option of pin. So let me show you that. So you have this small pin button here. Okay, just when you click on this pin button, so pin it to dashboard, which means like this shortcut is added to your dashboard. Let me go to the, this is the virtual machine. This symbol belongs to virtual machine because storage account symbol looks like this, virtual machine symbol looks like this. Each and every resource has the different types of logos. If you see here, you have the logo for dashboard, you have the logo for resource group, you have the logo for app service. We are going to see all these options, what are they and how to create the resources and how to check the deployment status and how to troubleshoot these resources also we are going to cover. So this is just only introduction of subscription and how to create the portal and what is the dashboard and what are the types of accounts that are available for today's session. So I have just added the pin here. So I would able to see this. Let's say if I want to go to this virtual machine, I just click on that. Automatically it goes to the virtual machine's blade here and it will show you the details of the virtual machines directly, as I just added a shortcut to the screen. So this is a simple example. Okay, and let me go back. So now we have a few settings options here. As I just clicking on the screen to change the colors, even you can go to the settings option here and you can change the colors here. So you have a couple of options. Let's go, if you want, you can go with the different colors here. So that's how you customize your dashboard, by you going into the settings option by just clicking on apply. Okay, and now one more important and latest feature that we have in Azure is, so people are using nowadays PowerShell in order to create a resource in Azure portal. So instead of, what you need to do in order to use the PowerShell, you should download that PowerShell, because every laptop nowadays, every operating system has the PowerShell inbuilt. But Microsoft has given a feasibility. Let's say you are actually logging from your mobile, you are outside of the company, and you want to perform some script. Okay, you want to do some scripting. So on the cloud itself, you have option called just instead of notifications bell. So this notification is nothing but, let's say you created a virtual machine, you can track the deployment status here. It will show you the progress status here. This is a notification bell. So just beside of that, you have option called Cloud Shell. So when you click on that, on screen, on the screen, in the browser itself, you will get a shell scripting tool where you can write your code and you can execute in the PowerShell. So let's say you logged in from your mobile phone. So you can use the PowerShell from this particular portal itself, portal.azure.com. When you click on this Cloud Shell button, you need to create this first. You need to configure this for the first time. We'll discuss this how to configure in upcoming sessions. So when you just click on create, automatically the shell scripting in cloud. Let's say you just logged out and you are away, and after some time you log in back and it will resume your work, which means like wherever you are stopped, you can start it back from there. So that's how the portal is designed. If you see here, so no need to install any kind of tools on your laptop. You can directly execute the commands from the browser itself. That's the feasibility of using PowerShell. If you just click on shutdown button or restart, so then only the PowerShell will be closed. So we have a customized options similarly like Windows PowerShell. We have the same options here. If you wish to use this Cloud Shell, or you can use your on-premises, because still this is in preview mode. If you see a small name called preview, if you see a name just beside of any of these resources, which means like Microsoft is still developing that particular resource. Yeah, kind of beta version. So Microsoft is right now in this particular feature is in preview mode, which means like Microsoft is still implementing some new features on it. If you don't see this name, which means like it is in production. So beta version, it is upgraded from the beta version and it is live now. So you can use that. So just for your understanding and for your R&D purpose, it is in preview, but they will give you this option for you in free trial accounts. You can practice this and you can use it. So people who are familiar with the Linux bash command, so they can go with the bash and they can execute the command from the Azure portal. So daily basis, we are gonna cover this PowerShell. Let's say tomorrow's topic will be like storage accounts, how to create a storage account, what is the limitations of storage account, and so what is the difference between on-premises storage account and cloud storage account? What are the features that you're gonna get? And we'll also see how to create that by using portal PowerShell as well. Tomorrow we are gonna see the basic introduction about the PowerShell. So let me quickly show you what are the tools that are required in order to use the PowerShell and resource group. As I told, to create a resource, as I said, we have a resource group concept in a new portal. Let's say if I want to create any resource group, I'll just go to the resource group section, or you have an option of create resource. Create resource is nothing but it's a marketplace. Let's say you have an Android phone, you have a Play Store, right, where you download your apps from the Play Store. Similarly, you have a market store, Azure Market Store, where you have all the features available in the market store. You can even search any kind of resource. Let's say if you want to create a storage, you can search for storage. Let's say if you want to create a database, you can search for database. It may be any kind of database. It might be an Oracle database, it might be SQL database, it might be Cosmos DB. So any kind of database, everything will be available in my market store. So right now I'm going to create a resource group. I'm going to search for resource group. So you will get you have a little bit of intelligence where, when you are searching the word itself, it recognizes it and it will show you the output. Right now, the resource group. So if you see the description here, resource group enables you to manage all your resources in an application together, which means like whatever the resources you create under this resource group can be easily managed with the resource group name. So let's see how this is going to help us. I'm just saying as click on create. So only you have two options. What is the name of the resource group you want to say? I'll say my first resource group. Let's say my first RG means resource group, and my subscription is free trial. Let's say if you have multiple subscriptions, you can see the list here. You can see the different types of names here. But right now I have only one free trial subscription with this particular account. I can only see one name, and in which location you want to create this. So these are all the Microsoft Azure data centers. As I said, if you are using in South India, you can select the South India data center. If you want to create this in East US region or US region, you can create in US data center. Just if you are selecting South India, right now this resource group is getting created in South India data center. So just you are just clicking on create, and now validation is succeeded. See how fast it is. A group got created in South India data center. You can track the status in the notification bell. So if you click on that, now you can click on go to resource group, or you can go from this option. You have a resource group option just left side of on the screen. Right now, so I am under the my first resource group. Let me go to resource group section here. So I have a couple of resource groups available, but I have created a resource group called my first resource group. So if you see here, my first resource group, it's under a free trial account and it is in South India data center. Right now, I'll click on this. If you see here, I don't have any resources. Okay, I don't have any resources under this. Let's say if I want to create a server or a storage account, I can just click on create resource and it will take me to the market store. And again, I need to search. So similarly, I'm searching for it. Let's say if you want to create any Windows server or some Linux server, you can search the flavor here, which means let's say Windows server consists of 2008, 2012, 16 operating system, a lot of operating systems, right? You can search anything, or you can search Windows 8 or Windows 10 also from here. So every kind of operating systems will be available in the market store. So I'll just select it and then I'll get some description about this particular operating system. When I click on create, it will ask me a couple of steps in order to create this particular resource. Let's say if I click on create, it will, as I said, client operating systems can't be installed in a free trial. Client in the sense Windows 8, Windows 10, Windows 7 can't be installed in a free trial account. So you can only install server operating systems in your free trial account. So I'm going to close this. So when I click on create, similarly, how I got the options to create a resource group, similarly, I get some options here. What is the username and what is the password? What is the name of this VM? What is the VNet name? So we'll see when we are discussing about the virtual machine, but this is a sample resource creation. So today we have seen how to create a resource group. Similarly, parallelly, we'll go to the PowerShell and we'll see how to create a resource group in PowerShell. So in order to use your PowerShell, as I said, you can directly use it from the Cloud Shell, or let's say some people are not familiar or not good with this Cloud Shell. They just want to go with normal Windows PowerShell. Let me, okay, just type Azure space SDK. You will get one download link. So this is the site, azure.microsoft.com/en-n-downloads. So this is the site. In this site, guys, you have all the Azure related tools available in this site. Either it may be a developers related tool or it may be a support engineer related tool. Everything will be under this particular download section. So if you go to this page, you will get all the downloads which are related to Azure module. So I'm going to ping this for the online guys. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm under the download section. What I'm doing is I'm completely scrolling down. I'm currently considered about PowerShell. So I'm going under the command line tools. I have option of PowerShell Windows install. I'm just clicking on Windows install. When I say Windows install, a tool will be downloaded .exe file, and I'll click on open so that the particular file will be installed in my PowerShell module. So before this, if you run PowerShell command, let me open PowerShell, you will get this kind of error. So I think if you guys are not familiar with PowerShell, let me explain you about PowerShell. PowerShell is a command line tool where you can run certain kind of scripts using this particular tool. Let's say you have two options in this PowerShell, normal Windows PowerShell, normal, like you have one more PowerShell called ISE. ISE is a kind of advanced tool where you can write the script and you can execute in the bottom panel. But if you see the normal Windows PowerShell, you have only one screen called blue screen where you can only execute the commands directly, similarly like a command prompt. But if you see the ISE, so this is it has a lot of options features here. Let me show you this. This is the ISE window, but I have a couple of options to show you. Script view and so no, not right on the top. Yeah. Now I can, whatever the script I have, I can paste it here. I can run one by one each and every command here. So output will be shown here. So let's say if I get a doubt, I can search that particular word from here, command section. So this would be very suitable for you, and this would be very flexible for you when you are using PowerShell, Azure PowerShell. So make sure, guys, you also get some hands-on experience with this ISE instead of this normal old PowerShell window. So you don't have an option to edit the commands. You can directly execute it on the screen. So it's better to go with ISE, PowerShell ISE. Just open the PowerShell and type ISE, or if you search for PowerShell, you will get it in your start menu here. You have the PowerShell ISE and also normal PowerShell. It's your wish to go with any one of it. So let me, first command is to, as I want to access my Azure account, I'm currently authenticating in the web I'm entering my username and password in the web browser. Similarly, in PowerShell also, you should authenticate yourself. In order to authenticate, we have a command called login-azure rm azure rm refers to resource manager account. Let me make this size a little bit bigger. I think we can able to share that. Okay. So I think, yeah, everyone able to share it. Everyone able to see it, right? Okay. Login-azure rm account. So if I run this command now, right now, this is the common expected output, because I have not installed any Azure modules. So currently, Azure module is not installed in my PowerShell. Let's say if I want to run any PowerShell Azure command, this PowerShell will not accept, because hey, you don't have the module installed. First install that module and then try it. So what I'm going to do is, that's the reason I'm going to install the module. So where can I get the module? I need to go to this download section and I need to install this. So when I just click on Windows install, and the file will be downloaded, and this file looks like this. When I say currently we have 31 MB size, and the version is released, the 5.7.0 PowerShell module version is available, and which is released on 10th April 2018. So I'm going to say next, and I say accept. It takes some time to download, and then it installs on your machine. Once the module is installed successfully, you could run the commands in the PowerShell window. So let's wait for this. So if you are using the first time, you need to download this and you need to install, then only you could able to access the PowerShell command. So today we have seen how to create a resource group using the portal. Simple, guys, as simple as that. You can go to resource groups, or you can go to create resource option and search for resource group, click on create, give the name of the resource group and just the data center location where you want to create it. A simple resource group will be created. Okay, seems like, okay, installing. Okay, finished. I'm gonna say exit. Now I'll go to PowerShell ISE. So this window is not ready. This red button will go away so that you can understand this is ready. So this is ready right now. So if you see here, you have commands came here, add-azure account. You have a lot of commands related to Azure came in. So now I'm going to log in to the Azure account. This is the command, guys, in order to log into Azure account by using PowerShell. If you say Azure and if you click on tab button, automatically this is going to fill for you. So this is an intelligent tool where it is automatically suggests you the command. It will automatically fill when you click on tab button. Okay, let's say I just only typed login-a and I clicked on tab, automatically it gave the command called Azure RM account. So when I click on, this is F8, if I want to run only a single command, I'll use F8 button, or I can use this button. Let's say if I want to run multiple commands, let's say I have 4 to 5 lines of code and I want to run all those commands at a time, I'll go with the F5 button. Okay, F5 is used to run all the commands at a time. F8 is used to run the commands one line by line. Okay. Now I'm gonna say run. Now I'll get a pop-up asking for username and password. So in this way, it is gonna authenticate me. Okay, this account belongs to this guy. So that's how it authenticates me. Let me type my username. So I have entered my username and password. Now it is connecting to the Azure account and it will authenticate here. You will get the output here. If you are successfully authenticated, you will get the output with your subscription ID, with your name and your account name. Let's say if your authentication failed, it will say, hey, your authentication is failed. You need to re-enter your credentials. Now my authentication is succeeded. That's the reason it is showing my email ID, account name, my subscription name and subscription ID and tenant ID. Let's say, as I said, a single user can have multiple subscriptions. Let's say I have 4 subscription IDs. So for subscription 1, I'm gonna get billing of 1,000 rupees. For subscription 2, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. How Microsoft remembers this? All subscription belongs to a single guy because all the subscriptions are under a tenant ID. So this tenant ID will be unique. Let's say you can have multiple subscription IDs, but you can't have a multiple tenant IDs. So this tenant ID will be unique for each and every user. Let's say if you have 4 subscription IDs, that will be tagged to this particular tenant ID. So now let's say if you are getting a billing, the billing will be generated to your subscription ID. But let's say if Microsoft wants to track your status, how many accounts you have, how much billing you are getting every month. So they can track by using this tenant ID. So you don't need to worry about this tenant ID. You're not going to use it anywhere in future, just for your understanding. Okay. So environment is Azure Cloud. We are successfully logged in. Let's say I want to create a new resource group. So simple command, guys. Azure PowerShell is very deadly easy. So only you need to remember 3 commands: new, remove, and get. So let me type that: new hyphen Azure RM. RM stands for resource manager. As I said, if you want to create a new resource in Azure portal, you use this command new. And if you want to remove any resource, you use remove hyphen Azure RM. Okay, remove. And I want to account ID. If I want to get any resource, or if I want to call any resource in PowerShell, I'm gonna use get. Let's say if you want to see the details of existing resource group, you just say it as get hyphen Azure RM. So that's how you can pull the details of existing resource. Because in portal you can see the details here, right? Okay, in portal you can see the list of details. You are able to see all the details. But in PowerShell, if you just enter the command, then only you can see the output. So that's the reason we are using get here. I'm gonna say Azure RM. So these are the 3 commands, guys. Depends on these 3 commands, you are gonna use the PowerShell. As simple as that. You don't need to worry about it. Just remember these 3 commands and know when to use these commands. Okay, this is very simple for you. So right now I'm gonna create a new resource group. Let's say let's say I'll take this command because I'm gonna create a new one. Copy this. Okay. Now I'm gonna paste this. New Azure RM. What is the resource name that I'm gonna create? I'm gonna create a resource group. Let's say if I'm creating a storage account, I'll enter storage account. Store. I just say click on tab button. Automatically it fills for you. No need to enter the full name. I'm not creating a storage account right now. I'm gonna create a resource group. So I'm gonna say REC. So you have a lot of options here, but I want to go with resource group. I want to create a new resource group. Okay. Let's say next command. You don't know the next command. Okay. Just copy this command. So resource group. What is the resource group? New resource group requires. It needs just a location name in which data center you want to create. So I don't know the further commands of this. Just copy paste this particular new resource group command here. So you have this command available, new Azure RM resource group. Select that and click on show details. When you click on that, this will show you the details related to this resource group creation. So what are the details that you require? You need a location and you need the name of the resource group. Right now I'm gonna say these. If you see the star mark here, These are the mandatory fields that are required. Let's say I'm gonna create this in East US region. Okay, name new list. I'm gonna say second hyphen resource group RG, and I'm gonna say force. I'll say copy. Okay, when I click on this copy button, now I'm gonna paste this command. You see here, new Azure RM resource group. I'm gonna create in East US region, and the name of my resource group is second RG. Force command is to create a forcefully. Okay, this is optional. You can no need to use this, or if it's your wish, you can use it. So this is the command, guys. Hyphen location hyphen name. You are giving the extra. So let's say you need to remember only this part, and if you search that, automatically you will get the further options related to this command. Only the star mark, what are the star mark values, you need to only give those. Then only you can able to copy this command. Let's run this command right now. I'm gonna click on F8 or F5. If I click on F5, automatically all these commands will be executed and it will fail. But I've just clicked on only single line and I clicked on F8. So if you see the output here, it got succeeded. So resource group name second RG, location East US, and provisioning status succeeded. So let's go back to Azure portal and let's see whether this got created or not. I'm going to the Azure portal. We'll go to resource groups here under the favorite section. So if you see here, second RG. So if you see the name here, so you have a resource group called second RG, which is in East US region. And you don't have any resources in it because we have only created a sample single resource group. So this is how you use your PowerShell. So simple. So it's very simple, guys. Try to create a simple resource group from portal as well as PowerShell tomorrow. And let me know if you face any difficulties in installing this module, or if you have any questions tomorrow, we can discuss. Or if you have any questions right now, you can ask me. But online guys, can you be on mute? I will come back later because we have a few more guys here in classroom. Let me cover them and so that they will leave the office. So you can be on mute, guys. I'll be on mute for some time. Just give me a second. Hello guys. If you have any questions online, can you please ask me so that I'll answer those as soon as possible. Hello.
Yeah, Shiva.
I
Shiva,
can
like
see Raj
these commands.
available. Raj, I can't hear you. Give me a second. Let me
How
change the
now?
audio headset. Yeah, my audio headset is audible. So I can't hear you, Raj. Are you speaking something?
Yeah. I'm trying to
I
ask
can't
you
hear
a
anyone.
question.
I think only Raj is speaking. Just other guys, can anyone speak and just let me know so that I can confirm that I'm able to hear you.
Shiva, we are able to hear
I
Raj.
lost you. I think you guys are speaking, but I'm unable to hear. So what are the questions you have? You can ping me in the chat. That's better. Or meanwhile I'll do one thing. I'll try to refresh once again. Hello guys, I'm back on now. So just let me know when you're able to. Just let me know if you're able to hear me.
Yeah, Shiva,
Hello.
like hello. You're able to hear me?
I can't hear you, Raj. One second. We're actually troubleshooting this.